It's been a great year in boxing so far, about halfway through. We've had 50-50 matchups, a super fight, and more to come. Today, we'll be starting the first of hopefully a two-part series, looking at some of the best fights that 2023 has given us as boxing fans. Without any further ado, let's get into it. This fight was everything a casual fan could wish for, with a Mexican fighter with non-stop pressure facing a counterpuncher who could fight off the ropes. And the fight even featured a bit of drama in round 5. The bout started with Cecina for winning the first 4 rounds, but Matisse was able to make the adjustment and sit down on his punches and fight back. And this will pay off, as in the 10th round, Matisse caught Cecina with a nasty right hook that stunned him, and Matisse was able to follow up with a flurry of punches that made the referee jump in. Now, the stoppage was a bit premature, as Cecina was not in any real type of trouble and he was winning the fight, as scorecards suggest. But at the end of the day, we got a great fight, and hopefully we can see these two running back. When this bout was first announced, most people thought that Beterbiev would blow Yard right out of the water and finish him in the first half of the fight and go on to face Dimitri Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. But what we got was far from that, as Yard came to fight, starting off fighting behind an educated jab along with some responsible defense. However, when Yard got caught in the corner at the end of round 5, the fight turned into the dogfight that we know it as. I'd give round 6 to Yard, 7 to Beterbiev by a slight edge, and in round 8, Beterbiev was able to hit the punch he was looking for all night, timing Yard to come again with a beautiful straight right hand that stunned Yard. And shortly after, Beterbiev landed a follow-up shot that was able to put Yard down. From there, Yard got up for a few seconds before his corner threw in the towel. At the end of the fight, the scorecards were 68-65 Yard, 67-66 Yard, and 67-66 Beterbiev. It was definitely one of the best and most underrated fights of 2023. Let me start off by saying that this fight should have happened about 4 years ago, when Frank was the Commonwealth champion and Harris was the European champion. But these two flyweights wasted no time and were swinging from the opening bell when the bout did eventually get made.
Who I have to say, Derry, have carried themselves so well in the build-up to this fight. Trash talking suits some people, but these two have been so respectful, and in the way they've gone about it, really represented
the champion in this fight. Tommy Frank started off looking great and fresh, landing the better combinations and bigger blows throughout the first 3 rounds. But round 4 is when things started to change up and Harris would start to turn up as well, giving us a true dogfight over the next few rounds up until the 9th, where it seemed that the champion simply gassed out and was nearly stopped. And in the next round, he will be stopped when his corner threw in the towel after countless punches without an answer.
Less and less able to close that gap in order to work close up against his man, which is allowing Jay Harris to tee off and catch him at that mid-range where he's so effective.
Good call.
And the time goes in.
This fight is a plain example of the best fighting the best in boxing, and it has to be one of my favorite fights this year in both terms of matchmaking and the fight itself, which, speaking of, let's get into the fight. Cordina was able to get off to a faster start from the opening bell, landing big power punches and keeping Rackz at bay with a solid jab and a tight high guard. However, through all of that, Rackz would continue to march forward behind his own tight guard, turning the fight into an absolute brawl in round 2 after he was dropped by a clean left hand while ducking.
Usually makes your body resistance
After that, Rackz would go on to win the next 3 rounds and was able to hurt Cordina on the ropes in round 5.
That's a big shot, lands for Rackz.
And Cordina has to hold on. Cordina troubled by that right hand, as blood was just appearing beneath the left eye of Rackz.
A smile on the face of the Welshman.
And Cordina has to cover up, and this is a good attack, a blistering attack from Rackz.
But after the 6th, Cordina was able to win the next 2 rounds, where he was able to simply control distance and land power punches with ease. But Rackz was still in the fight, and he showed in the final 4 rounds, which were all toss-ups. But at the end of the fight, 2 judges gave the fight to Joe Cordina, while the other gave it to Rackz in a great fight that most fight fans enjoyed. Going into this fight, it was seen as Hovhannissian's last chance to compete at a high level after going on a 7-fight run at the age of 34, and he sure did fight like it. Both men came out trading combinations and big shots from the opening bell. The fight was close throughout the full fight, with the turning point being around 10 when Hovhannissian was knocked down.
Is putting that hypothesis to the test.
What a body shot by Hovhannissian, and what a left hand by
Exchange, and Hovhannissian's hurt, and down he goes!
Going into round 11, Hovhannissian was pretty much finished, and it only took a few unanswered punches for the referees to jump in and stop the fight.
Determination by both men, and we expected this. When you hear battle of attrition,
And that is it!
And that is all I have for you guys for the best fights of 2023. Thank you for tuning in, and if you made it this far, then consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel.